as we give it one more minute, a lot of people are pouring in on it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the basics of what it takes to use the system. And then after that, I've got a special guest that helped me put together a bunch of leads and give you guys some offers on some special deals with leads even. I told everybody that they could take advantage of it. While we're here, those of you who qualified, who bought the system in time, a lot of you have been sending in your requests for what you want for your personal video. Be sure to keep doing that. If you haven't sent that in, just make sure you do that. And if you have any questions, you can email me or you can email Jennifer here at my office. But it's time to get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the record button so we can share this with everybody. If those who've done it, I know that Stefan does a lot of leads, as does Rick Billings. And if either one of you guys are interested in saying something on it as we go through it, I've got no problem with that at all. But I'm gonna, if you give me just a second, and I'll man, a bunch of messages are coming in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute everybody for now. And if you're a panelist, just mute yourself so I don't have to mute you if you want to come in later. So let me hit record so we can get this started. All right, welcome everybody. This is the Ariix income system that's powered by the explosive income system. And what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to walk you through the basics of what you need to do when you get started with your system. If you are just hopping on, we have more people registered than what we have spots. So if you lose your spot, just know that we're recording this, and we'll make sure that we get you on for a future one. We're going to be doing more of these calls, and so everybody understands there is tremendous customer support for this. Our technology partners have just done a tremendous job of helping us with making sure that you're completely prepared. In fact, I was a little surprised today. They were calling people and asking them if they had questions, and I just was completely blown away with the professional nature and what they have with it. But I'm going to switch this over here, my screen, and I'm going to kind of go through with it. When you log into the explosive income system, the first page that you're going to see is right here, and I'm going to update that. This is just a temporary deal. And then when you hit this click here to get started, this is where you log in. And I'm going to send out another domain that will automatically forward you here, and this is where you log in for it. To start it, and this is what you can go through with your downline. It's as simple as you choosing if you want the Pro package or the Premier package. Tonight I'm going to show a lot of the different features of the Pro, and really the huge upside to getting the Premier. So everybody knows I've put a tremendous amount of money into this with my staff, but I too had to purchase my own system, and the reason being is because I believe in it first, and second of all, it's just a relationship that I've created with these incredible technology partners that I have with it, and so my investment aside, I believe enough to make sure that I have it up and going. When you first get going, it is so important that we just teach the basics. Been in network marketing for a while, and it doesn't matter if I'm talking to Tony Hughes or to Steve or to Tim. Everybody talks about the basics. Rick has been helping us with different things, Stefan with some feedback, but what it comes down to is everybody, if you ask them, the people who build big groups are the ones who use systems and teach people how to replicate those. So tonight I'm going to go through what you do. So once you start, it'll take you through a user interface that you'll put your Ariix number into it, and later on when Ariix simplifies their sign-up process, we'll make it so you can go directly into it. It has that capability, and that's why it's important that you put your Ariix number in there. But when you first get started, this is the page that you're going to see, and I'm going to close my recent activity because I've been using it, and I'll show you some of the results that I've gotten from just using it today. The first thing that you need to do, as simple as it may sound, is you go into your user settings. In the user settings, right away, you need to make sure that you adjust your system notifications. This is really, really simple, but it's very, very important. And I prefer to have my notifications come to me via text so I don't fill up my so I don't fill up my box. But you simply have to put your email address in here, and then you have to make sure that you put your cell phone number and who your cell phone provider is, and it'll give you a drop down for that. And I have all of my notifications coming there. And I'll tell you, this thing has just been buzzing today. In fact, it's gone off 4 times since I opened up this screen, because I've been loading the people that that I care about into it, and it has just been so incredible to see the response from it. And what you'll see with this system is the system creates information, and information is power. You can't get away, and if anybody ever tells you that a system can just do everything for you, I think they're full of it. But what this system does, and it does extremely well, is it gives you power, which is the information on it. And these little things are going to be the ones that help you do it. So after you go in and type that in, and like I say, I'll open up that one more time, you can decide if you want your notifications sent to your email, or if you want them sent to you via text, or you can do both of them. Next thing you do when you sign up, you want to make sure that you just go in and you fill in your information. Now, I'm showing all kinds of information in here, so when I do this again, I'm going to have to blur it out, but tonight you can see it. I got a vanity toll-free number. It'll be be ready a couple days. The last 4 digits spells Jeff, but you can get a vanity 800 number, and what I recommend is once your 800 number is active, that you simply take it and you put it as your account phone number. The reason why I tell you to do that, and the 800 number comes with free your Premier system. And the reason why I tell you that is that it is a very, very powerful deal, this Premier. And I'll talk to you more about that perhaps on another call, because I just want to go through the simplicity of it. But in a couple days, when my vanity number, which costs $25 extra, but you can get a regular toll-free number for free, I'm going to take my 800 number and I'm going to put it as my account number. And that will make more sense later on with something that's called a merge field. But for now, just make sure you fill out these information. If you want to, you can put in your different Twitter buttons, and we don't have those put in there because we didn't want to distract the users who come to the site, but I loaded that just for your information. Your email profile, just to make sure that you go in here and that you put your address on there, because it's required for the anti-spam, and it won't work if you don't just right when you sign up. And so those who are just getting here, right when you sign on, it's very simple. You go to My User Settings, and this is the first thing that you want to do. The email profile simply allows you to choose which email you're going to be, your notifications are going to be sent to, and then it also makes sure that that it's got your address, which helps with the Can Spam Act. The Manager Site, this is fairly simplistic, and I'm going to show you the basics of it. This right here, the explosiveincomesystem.com/Jeff, that's the site name that I chose. But I'm going to show you very easily how you can add another domain on there. This is one of the many domains that I have, which is businessiq.net. And so if I hit Save My Custom Domain on here, after I forward that from a different domain, I'll open this up for you really quick. I can type in the businessiq.net, and it instantly goes to my page. And if you need to put on you need to put on something which is called a masking, but I'm not going to get into that too much tonight. Just know that you can have your custom domain that goes specifically to that if you'd like to. Right here, this is very important, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I built this system first for me. And one of the things that I built it for is typically landing pages or squeeze pages or kind of scroll-a-thons, which you see right here. I don't recommend that anybody use what's called the Explosive Income System campaign in the back office. I recommend that everybody use the RX campaign. This is just a simple one. If you'd like to go through it, it explains how the system works as you would describe it to your downline or to a prospect, which helps them understand how it is. But this page right here, when you go to the user settings and you click on Manage My Site, right here you click Landing Pages. These are the pages that you see on the front of them, and we've loaded a lot of them on there. There is, and each one of them has a domain where you can go and see what it looks like live. All you have to do is click it, and you're able to see what it looks like. The reason why I suggest that you use the RX one is that we've preloaded a lot of autoresponders, and I'm going to be showing that to you in just a minute. But if you want, you can switch your default page. You can see that there's a button right here. You can switch your default page, if you'd like, to a landing page that's called Moms Earn Cash. And we put a video on there. We have another one, the weight loss explosion, health megatrend, control your destiny, the secret unfair advantage, which describes the system in brief terms, and also the free home or the work from home online business. But as you go in, right now, just know that this is default, and I encourage you to leave that as it is, but I just wanted you to see how it works. You can also, if you choose, you can switch some of your pages. As I said, you can choose to do this, but I'd recommend that you leave it as default, but that's what that page does. The advertising information right here, if you know how to use AdWords, that may be a different call, but right here are all the different pages that are in the explosive income funnel and what we call the RX funnel. These are for your information, so you can go on there so you're very versed with them. But please understand, I would recommend leaving things as default, because right when you get in, this thing is set up for you to load your people and for it to go. And this is just a little bit of housekeeping so you know that those are working. If you have a Premier function, you can see it'll text you or email you when somebody's on your site. You can actually enable chat for you to chat right with them. But that's something for Premier, and it's a bit of a big brother aspect, so I'd be careful in using that. But this is a very important thing that you do right when you come on. Make sure your time zone is correct. I did not. This evening I sent out a notice without knowing it. Make sure that you do the simple things by doing that. So after you spend a couple, 5 to 10 minutes, it's time to start telling people about your business. The number one thing that you do right when you get in is that you need to bring people to your business. And you do that simply by hitting Generate Prospects. There's many different ways for you to generate prospects, and I'm going to start off with what I recommend first. Come right here, hit Add Multiple Contacts, and it'll open it up so you can put 6 different people on there. Huh, you know, it's funny. I just got a call from somebody who was using the system, and I had to turn them off. I've been getting the calls and texts and emails all day, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's just been so exciting. So because of you guys, my dedication, I guess I could have put over 100 people on hold here, but that wouldn't have made much sense. I've been getting the calls all day using this, and I'll show you how it's working. I recommend, and it takes a little bit more time, but I recommend that you add your people through this Add Multiple Contacts. It took me 30 minutes to add 75 people, and I'll tell you the reason why you do that unless you purchase them. You're able to put them in and then select the category. The category, when you put your people in, should always be leads, RX, family and friend. If you don't know the person, which you should, let's say you met them at a webinar or at a conference, you can put the RX general or RX web form leads. But when you put somebody in, you're going to want to it's very simple. You put them in, put their email, their phone number, choose which one you're going to put them into, make sure you have their email, hit yes, and it will immediately send them the autoresponder. That's as simple as it is. And I'll start over right from the beginning so you understand what it takes. After you fill out your user settings, first thing you do, hit Generate Prospects, add multiple contacts if you have more than one, and when you enroll new people, get them on the system and take them to this page first, very first. And I'll show you another way to add mass contacts, but it takes them through a scrubbing process on it. So you can easily, I did it in 30 minutes, I put 75 people in there, and I've been getting calls all day from them, and I'll show you how to do that. But you simply fill in the information, click yes, make sure that you put, I confirm that this is somebody that I know, and then you hit send them to this list, and when you're done with it, you hit save, and it immediately puts them in the queue for them to start marketing to their friends. The very first thing that it's going to do is it's going to send them this series right here. And the way that you get here is you click Sales Tools, Autoresponder Emails. This is if you want to review them. And you can see right here that we have created 4 different autoresponder series and a small interest, and I'm going to add more of those on there, and I'll explain that in a second. But if you want to see it, you can even edit it. I would caution you to do that unless you know what you're doing. But if you want to see this series, there's a whole bunch of them on here, and it completely customizes it for that person. So the first email that they're going to receive, if you'd like to see it, you hit Preview, and you can see what it does. Now, I customized mine for me. So it comes as a general one, but I embedded a video, and then there's the Ariix video right in there. But yours will come, so it's preloaded automatically. Let me show you what it looks like when your contact receives it. So this is my Gmail. So because I sent this to Tom, it automatically fills in Tom's name because you put that in there when you did it. And I can put in custom fields. So I put my phone number right here. It will automatically, you don't have to touch a thing. And if you just fill that out at the beginning, it will automatically fill in your email. It will automatically fill in the page that they should go to. It'll automatically tell them your email again. And it will automatically tell them which page to go to. If you do nothing, it will automatically do this for you. And the importance of you knowing that is that this is set up from day one for you to just immediately go in there and tell people about it. And so after that, it's then going to follow up with them 7 more times. And on day 2, it's actually 1 day after sending it to them, the next email they're going to get, in the subject line, it's going to have their name, so it's going to say so-and-so, and then it's going to send them another one. You can see right here, it put my first name, my last name, my phone number, my ID, and then it'll immediately send it out to them. And so I've done a bit of customization, which you are capable of doing, but my recommendation is if you're not familiar with it, just set it and forget it. I know I stole that line, but just set it and forget it, and it will immediately start to go out to them. Once you become more familiar with it, my recommendation is the best way to get familiar with this system is there is a ton of training. How do I get started? How do I search for contacts? How do I merge my information? How do I put a banner ad? And it has both videos and it walks you through exactly what you have to do with it. So if anybody doesn't know how to do it, you can just go right through and it'll walk you through step by step by step what you have to do with it. However, it is so simple if you know that when you log on this screen, you will immediately come to this page, hit Generate Prospects, add your contacts, and another way to add them is you can import all of your list from, so I'll do this again, you hit Generate Prospects, and hit this tab right here that says Import Contacts from your address book. You can pull it up. It will import from Yahoo, Gmail, Windows Live, Hotmail, MSN, AOL, Plaxo, Mac OS X. If you do it this way, it will send them an email asking them for permission to be able to, for you to market to them. Now, a lot of people that you know will do that, and you will have a spot where you can put a custom message on there for them to be able to do it. Because of canned spam, I couldn't create something in there for you. You are capable of doing it yourself, and it'll be just a very simple message that comes up. And if you want to add your Gmail, it will immediately open it up. All I have to do is hit Grant Access, and it will immediately pull over all of my contacts that I've ever emailed in Gmail, and it will send them an email that says, Jeffrey Boyle wants to contact with you, and if they hit opt-in, they will immediately be put into your contact page. So it's a very powerful way of doing it, but if you don't want to have them do the opt-in, then you need to, when you hit the Generate Prospects, you can add them on the multiple quick add, which I chose to do today, or you can do them one at a time if you like, which has more information. What's great about this too is that it has a CRM aspect to it, where you're able to come in, and this is the really cool part that I want to show you. I bought some leads today, and like I said, in a couple minutes I'm going to have a gal from Opportunity Connection talk to you about how to use leads. But my recommendation is that you first get familiar with the system, see how easy it is to start generating interest in it, and then you can start to do some of the other tools. We have preloaded a bunch of banner ads for you that you can put on other sites, and it's as simple as just copying the text in here, and you're able to put them in. And there's a lot of cool features like that. But once again, I cannot reiterate enough. When you're new, get your people into the system. Get your 100 people or more in the system right away and start to market to them. Once it starts to market to them, you can see that today I marketed to 75 people. and the phone's been ringing, and my text message has been going. And let me show you some of the things that the system does for you. This is a gentleman. Please be easy. I'm going to try to hide his name here. His name is Kurt. He visited every one of my pages. He spent 5 minutes on this page, 1 minute on that page, only 19 seconds on that one, 14 seconds on this one. So he was on my site today for 7 minutes and 38 seconds. I can guarantee you, which I've already done, is I have called this gentleman. And I know now who it is that I need to speak with. I know who it is that's interested in my system. I know who's interested in because they have done something and they have shown me that they have interest. So if I want to see that person, he automatically went in and changed himself. They can change their interest category on it, and without getting too much into it, let me show you some of the activity levels of these people that have been in here. So these are the people that I imported into my system today. And this is the reason why my phone's been going off the hook. If I want to see what a particular person's done, I'm going to keep this moving fast because this is personal information on there. If you go in there, you can look exactly what each person has done, what they have asked to do. I imported some purchase leads. The purchase leads goes to a completely different autoresponder campaign, which is made more for people who have been purchased off of an opportunity connection or another lead source if you want to import them into it. But the thing that I want everybody to know is this works, and the reason why this is maxed out tonight is that people are looking for a simple way to communicate with their prospects. And there's really no easier way than I've ever seen to do this, which is simply I can log on each day. I can see exactly what has happened on my system. These are all of what's gone on in the last 15 minutes with it. And I keep getting notifications that people are trying to get in, but the system's full. So any of your downline that have been trying to get on, please apologize to them, and we're going to try to do another one. But right when you sign up, number one, change your user settings. Number two, come into here, add a contact or add multiple contacts or import your contacts. Number three, once you get a little bit more experienced, you can start doing some very exciting things like a web traffic rotator. You can add banner ads. You can, even if you like, you can change the autoresponder emails to make them more personal to you. But I don't recommend that you do that until you become more familiar with it. I built general ones from some very proven scripts. Tony Hughes was very helpful in providing some that have worked for him. But this is the one that gets sent out right now to your friends and family. You're able to come in, preview them, and here's the cool part too. I can look on here and I can see today exactly what my delivery rate was. So 71 people received this email today. None of them bounced. 13 of the people opened it. I'm sorry, 17 people opened it, and 13 people clicked through the emails and clicked on the links. So in just a matter of hours, 24% of the people have opened it. And so let me show you one more thing on there. I can click here, and you can see that a lot of people have done it. Nobody has unsubscribed today. People want to see it. There's my test email, but people want to see it. They want to be a part of it, and I just can't believe how things have been ringing off the hook with it. So I've been really grateful for the hard work my team has put into this, because it is working. One more thing that you should know: if you have the Premier function, one of the sales tools that you can use is what's called a video manager. The video manager allows you to embed your own videos right into the system. You can import YouTube videos into it, or if you have a Flash or an MP4, you can import those as well. It's a very simple process to do that. Also, you have every one of the videos back here that you can email to somebody, and it's very simple to do that as well. To send out a specific email, you simply hit Sales Tools. You're able to go to the message library, and you're able to add phone scripts. You're able to add follow-up emails, or you're even able to do a broadcast to it. But tonight, my main focus in the last 24 minutes, and I'm going to repeat it one more time, there are tutorials everywhere. that teach you how to do this stuff. You can call the 800 number, and the customer support will walk you through it. The training is not just via text, but it'll tell you how to manually add a contact. There's text below it. There's a video that walks you through, straight through it. It doesn't matter what you need to do on this. The system has your ability to be able to go through and understand what you need to do. The other thing is, when you help new people get up and going, the important thing is just like with any business, you want these people to experience some success. Today, like I say, it's been ringing, and it's been texting me, and it's been emailing me, and I finally said, okay, I got to turn the emails off because I only want it coming from me. I've had calls all day, and I've been getting these texts from it, and it's exciting. Now I have a great rapport with the people. I have called every single one of the people right here that opened up anybody that opened an email today, I called them. And let me reiterate to you that this does not just build itself. This gives you information so you know how to follow up. Information is power. And right when you get in, change your settings, hit generate prospects, and add them, and be sure, like I said before, be sure if they're friends or family that you have them go to the friends and family, because it's a much more friendly tone. The ones that are purchased leads or web form, they're a little bit more business-like with it. And if you want to at a separate time, you can do the training that will teach you how to change it so you can model it a little bit more after your personality. But my recommendation is that you just get in, that you immediately add your people into it, make sure that they go to Ariix Friends and Family, and I think you're going to experience what I experienced today. I'm a little disappointed myself that I only put 75 people in today. Tomorrow I'm going to add about 300 more people. Now it is on me, and that's what I want you guys to understand. It is on me to make sure that my people that have opened this, that I follow up with them. If we're just waiting for people to sign up automatically, I think you're going to be waiting a long time. What this does is empowers you with the information to know who looked at it. And what you also know, a gentleman that I just called that I know would look at it, I had to remind him to look at it, and he told me I had the wrong email address. So make sure that you understand that this is still a follow-up system, but it's the most powerful follow-up system that I've ever seen. Once you get better at Google AdWords and things like that, we'll do some trainings on that. But for now, I want you guys to simply understand the power comes in the simplicity, and the simplicity only works if you follow up with people. And that's what this is doing for you. Before I introduce Bambi Lathrop, which is from Opportunity Connection, who's got some pretty cool offers for everybody tonight who is interested in leads. And let me tell you, I bought some of the leads today. I bought $100 worth. I had 5 come in to me at a time, and I called them. I was able to get a hold of a couple, and the others I was able to follow up with. One of the gentlemen was very interested, and the other 3 I left a message and sent them the email. But before I do that, if Stefan or Rick or Tony or Steve wants to chime in for a couple minutes, and then we'll put Bambi on, I'll be happy to do that.
Hey Jeff, this is Tony. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Well, I love the way you did this. You kept it very simple, and that's really what we want. And so the only thing I can add to what you've done, you did a great job, because you repeated yourself about 3 times on every aspect of the system, which is what we need. We need repetition right now, but you kept it very simple. This system is so robust and can do so many things. The last thing that we want people doing is trying to figure that out, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be going into what we call NIPA. You don't want to go into NIPA. You want to stay into IPA. It's NIPA versus IPA. That's non-income producing activity versus income producing activity. We want income producing activity. If you're in there trying to figure out how to do Google AdWords and create your own contact list and do all the different bells and whistles that this system will do for you, you're going into non-income producing activity. So what you've instructed us today is to go into our warm market list, go into the add multiple contacts, put as many in there as we possibly can. I mean, I haven't even touched my family. I haven't even touched my friends. I just went into people that I've known over the years and imported them. But, you know, now what I'm going to do tonight and tomorrow is I'm going to go in and put my brother-in-laws in, my sister-in-law, my nephews, my nieces, put all of our family in there, start going in and putting in some of our best friends that we haven't talked to for a while, and just keep it very simple. Like you said, set it and forget it. You've got the system set up to do that. Down the road, once everybody is comfortable with the basics, it's my understanding that we're going to be doing more in-depth trainings and taking people to more of an advanced level, but we don't even want to go there yet. We want to get people just putting in their contact list, getting those autoresponders cranking, getting some interest coming in so that you've got people you can follow up with, and then you can start doing your three-way calls, get some recruits going on. And when you, Jeff, I don't even know if you know about this, but there's going to be a special announcement Monday night. Fred Cooper, Mark Wilson, there's going to be a special call Monday night. I can't even tell you about it because they made us promise we wouldn't. But I promise you, every single person on this webinar tonight is going to want to know about it, and it's going to personally affect about 90% of you in a majorly positive way. And so what I can tell you right now is you're going to want to put in as many warm contacts as you possibly can between now and Monday, because when you hear about what's coming on Monday and you've got all these people in the pipeline, your business is going to blow sky high. So stay into the income producing activity. Put your leads in there, your warm market people. Let the system start working and dripping on people. And then come Monday, when you hear the announcement, it's going to blow you away. You're going to love it. So, Jeff, great job. Really appreciate it.
Well, Tony, let me answer a couple of the questions, too, that people have asked. I said CRM. CRM is basically it's what you see on the screen right here. It's a customer management system. This enables you to go in. It enables you, please be careful these numbers. I got to move it so people can't do it. I should have used a demo account. But you're able to go in. You're able to put notes on the people that this person wants to work 10 or more hours. Best time to call them in the evening. They want to make more than $5,000 a month. And when I want to call the person, this is something everybody should be aware of, we even have scripts loaded in here, an opportunity interview. And it automatically adds her name. So I'm able to go in and have all kinds of scripts for the people who are nervous to do it. I can send this person an email directly right from my system, and this works just like a Google or a Gmail type of system. So it has tremendous abilities of what her interest is. I'm able to move her from one area to the next. It tells me which emails that she has received. It says that if I look at her activity, it tells me she has not opened it. So that tells me that this may be a person that is less interested. I'm able to rank the person on how well they're doing. So basically the important thing to know with the CRM, which is just basically a contact manager, that you have the ability to go in and rank what the people are. But the simplicity should not be forgotten. Unless you've done this before, I'll just say it one more time. Generate prospects. Add multiple contacts. Put which category that you want them to, and my recommendation is RX friends and family. Don't have them go outside of that. RX friends and family last time, because this is the one that's going to have those go out to you. One other thing that I wanted to let everybody know, currently tonight it doesn't work on iPad, the video doesn't, or iPod. We're changing that, so by the end of the week it will work on iPad and iPod, but you will lose the ability to track how long people watched the video. And we believed it was more important for people with iPhones and iPads to be able to watch these videos than to track it. Eventually we'll be able to add the ability to track it, but for right now it's really important. We're also going to lower the resolution on some of the videos so that they stream faster. But I'm really, really excited for people to know this. Now, as far as leads, once you become familiar with the system, then I recommend leads. I purchase leads because I've been in network marketing for a long time. I know how to talk on the phone. But before I have Bambi say a little bit about the deals that she's going to give us, just please everybody understand, contact your warm market first. Right when you get people in, put them into this contact form. Send it to that message, which is the RX friends and family, and then teach your people. Use the customer service. Use your upline. I want to make sure that the upline feels empowered. On May 9th, the power users are the team leaders. I'm going to make sure with Ariix that we set a certain level that you have to be within the company. We're actually going to make it so your upline can share different campaigns with you. And so if you're a leader and you want to be able to be a power user with this, please give my office a call, and I want to put you in there so you can be a power user and you can be a mentor, and we can give you some special privileges with this. But leads are a wonderful, wonderful thing once you start to get used to it. But make sure that you're going to your contact list, and when someone visits the site, you got to call them. Very few people are just going to pick up the phone and call you. We know that. Most people must be contacted 7 to 8 times before they really start to do anything. And that's why we made these campaigns a minimum of 8 contacts unless they opt out. If they opt out, it'll stop immediately. But we want to contact them and drip this on them. But if you see people visiting your pages, it really surprised these people, even some of these real network marketing pros that have been in for years. I called them up and I say, Joe, I saw that you're on my site today, and I saw that you opened the email and you went to this page. You're like, geez. He goes, I got to know about this. So please understand that this is a very powerful system if you use it. And the way you use it is that you follow up with it. With that, Bambi, if you're before I do that, Steve, if you have anything, if anybody else wants to say anything, I'll be happy to do it. And I'm sorry, one other question. Shirley, you asked if it's available, or you asked if we should check the button to automatically send. I do it immediately. As soon as you add the people into this list, I hit yes for it to go out. You don't have to wait for all of your people to be in the system before you start to that was my autofill. Before you send it out to them, send it to it 6 at a time, and it may make your phone buzz a lot less as people are starting to visit the sites. And then another question was, is this available in other languages? My Dutch friends, the back office is in English. We can make the websites in Dutch, and we can make the autoresponders in Dutch or Spanish, but right now we're concentrated for making sure that people are trained in the English version, and then we can start to work on other ones. And the name of this game with my technology partners is people. We need to make sure that we're getting the people in, and we have some cool things on the horizon, like some iPod and iPad apps that you can control your back office with, which will soon be available. And we have some of these power user campaigns. But the way that we get these added is that we make sure that we have people on it. And as a guy who paid his $50 to use a system, $25 for my Vanity 855 toll-free number, I'm putting my people into it too, and it's something I very much believe in. So if anybody else has, unless somebody else has some comments, I'll turn it over to Bambi.
Now, Jeff, this is Steve. I think you're doing great. It's simple, and I think everyone needs to move forward on this, especially with the water bottle, the drops, the things that are coming on. It's going to make it even. People are going to want to know, and we'll get all of these things going. And this is so simple. People can do it. And if you're still kind of lost, I'm sure we can get contact to. I don't think you should be lost, but you never know. There's always some folks that aren't up to speed. We'll make sure that you are. And I thought your explanation was great. Can't wait to see more. And I'm going to be importing all my contacts in as well. So thank you.
I just had a bunch of more questions on it. Bambi, I'm sorry I keep putting you off. Where do you go to sign up? Go to arixincomesystem.com. Just hit click to get started. It'll send you here. Hit Get Pro or Get Premium, and it'll send you to a sign-up page. The other questions, man, it's been crazy how many people are turned away from this, and we're definitely going to have to do some more of these leaders. One of the things that somebody else has asked, you can see on my contact list, I have put very interested or not so interested. I do recommend that if someone is not interested after you talk to them on the phone, that you put them in here. And we're going to put an autoresponder series in there that sends something to them about once a quarter, unless they opt out. That just says, hey, I just want to follow back up with you. I promised you I would. Because that's the power in the system, is that it does a lot of the mundane things for you. And so the only reason why I would take them out of one of these areas and put them into one of these is because they're very close to signing up. When somebody fills out the join page, it will immediately notify you. And if you're not on the phone with them, within 5 minutes of that text, well, shame on you. You should immediately be getting with those people. A couple more questions before I turn it over that keep coming in here. Will Brilliant compensation be available? I've been working with Tim. Tim's a complete stud, and I need to make sure that Tim, who has put so much resources into that I make sure that economically it makes sense for him. How do you refer your team here? Just send them to rxincomesystem.com, have them click on that banner, and make sure that they do it. As far as the credit, I got them to lower the price for us $10 per, so they took off you get 3 and you're free. So I apologize if I've talked to you on that before. So the Tim sells videos. Tim loves the system, and we're going to be implementing a lot of the things that he has on there. The last question on here, and then I'll turn it over. I promise you, Bambi, I've said this about 8 times. The way that you set up your text messages is very simple. It's on the home page right when you log in. You go to my user settings, go to personal system notifications, and you turn it on right here. Do you want email notifications? Do you want cell phone notifications? And then if anything has been confusing for you tonight, I bet you anything that Steve can answer questions like crazy. I bet you anything Rick Billings. I had Rick Billings on the phone the other day. Holy cow, the guy knew more about the system than I did. I felt I had to study it for 2 days so I could at least be up to par with some of the things that he's been doing. And the important thing is this. I know us dudes, we hate to go to instructions and read maps, but my goodness, we have a bunch of instructions right here that tells you how to do just about everything you need to. And last, you can call, and they are wonderful. They have. That's why I chose these guys as technology partners. They have 800 support, and they speak English, which is great for us Americans who can't speak any other language. But they have they're a tremendous U.S.-based customer support service, and it's been very wonderful to have them as partners with this. So with that, Bambi, if there's any other questions, you guys are free to call the 800 number for support on it. And you're also able to email me if you need something. But please make sure that you go through some of the trainings, because there's trainings everywhere that teaches you how to use each aspect of the system. So if you are a novice, like I say, I don't recommend using leads. But if you've had any kind of base in this, leads are an incredible way. I bought some today, and I'm already seeing the benefits from it. So Bambi, go ahead.
Well, thanks, Jeff, and thanks everyone. I'm glad to be a part of your call here. What an exciting system you guys have put together. My name is Bambi Lathrop, and I just kind of give you a quick background. I work with Opportunity Connection. I've actually worked with the company for a little over about 13 years now. And our company's been in business for 25, so we've been around for a long while, and we have a lot of different types of leads and stuff. Tonight I just wanted to do a little bit of an introduction and tell you guys about a few specials that we have. Also, if you have questions about any of the things I cover, make sure you ask them. And I just want to, I guess, let you guys know that we're big in customer service, and any way we can help you, that's what we're here for. So don't ever hesitate to call, and how we can help you find leads that will be just the right fit for you, whatever you're going to do. It looks like your system does all kinds of different things, from sending out emails and just to making the phone calls and putting in the folks right into your autoresponders. There's a lot of different things you can do, and we have a lot of things available. Now, Jeff, I'm not real sure where to tell people. It would be cool if they could actually look at the website that I'm talking about.
Sure. Let me show you that really quick. If you want to buy sales, if you want to buy leads, you go to Sales Tools. Generate Prospects, and you go to Purchase Leads. And right in there, you can go to the Opportunity Connection website that is already connected to us. You've even got Bambi's number right here to be able to call her to be able to do that. So it's right in the back office. If you go to Generate Prospects, Purchase Leads, and they have the capacity that it actually, if you purchase them, and you give them your ID number, which is right here. Mine is 9326. So if any of you want to buy leads and give them to me, I'm fine with that. But if you look in your back office, you'll see member ID. You give that to them, and they will automatically load them into your office for you.
That's correct. We're integrated, and I'm not 100% either if there's a place you have to put your ID in there, or if it pulls through. So different systems work differently. But basically, the website, I wanted to just take a couple of minutes and have here. And I'm sorry.
Okay. I tried to mute me and I muted you. I apologize, Bambi.
Oh, hey, no problem. Anyway, talk about a couple different types of leads, some specials that we have available. Hopefully, I know Jeff's going to be doing a lot of training, and one of the things that I do with a lot of the folks we work with is I do live dial training. Kind of neat, although I'm not building your business, it's kind of neat to be able to see how I can pick up the phone, make live calls to prospects, invite them to take a look at your business without having to really know a whole lot. That's what's really wonderful about the system you have. It's going to do all the selling, telling, explaining, and everything, and all we have to do is connect and engage and get folks to the information we want them to check out. So anyway, whenever it works into the schedule, I know you're kind of new at getting the system launched here, but I certainly will be happy to get on and do some live dial calls. So that's also this kind of support we want to provide. I'll tell you, Opportunity Connection, we are based out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Yes.
Debbie, as you go through that, her live calls, and that's how I got to meet her, are tremendous, where she will actually show you how easy it is to use those. And so in the future, we will have some of those available as well, because they're very easy to see how, now that she knows our system, how simple it is to use leads that way.
And it's fun, you do hear the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, but it's reality, and that's important for you guys, as you're working and building your business. Of course, I'll tell you, I make a living teaching people how to work leads and, selling leads to folks, but I'll be the first one to say incorporating the people your warm market is such a huge and important piece of your puzzle. And as you branch out and start making dials and calling leads, you'll see that it can be easy and fun, and it puts you in a position to never run out of people to talk to. Also, you can start tapping into the warm market of the folks that you're just meeting, and so it's actually kind of fun. I started as a customer of Opportunity Connection, purchasing leads. I'll have to say I went through quite a learning curve before I finally had the success and that I had hoped for. But anyway, that was many years ago. I think I could talk to some of these folks in my sleep now. But I think as you hear the live dials when I do them, you'll see it's fun, it's easy, and like I said, you also get to hear the situations that you'll encounter when you call people or talk to folks, and conversations don't go quite the way you hoped. But anyway, let me just kind of start Opportunity Connection. Again, one of the things that makes our company a little bit different and unique is we do have an in-house call center. Generate through our call center a couple of different leads that I would say are our most popular leads, and put people in what I would consider to be best case scenario when it comes to working leads, and that would be our interviewed lead. And also our telephone verified lead is a pretty solid lead. And let me just explain how we generate the lead real quick. Now, before I even go there, Jeff, how long do we have? I mean, are we trying to cut this off in another 15 minutes, or what's our goal here?
Yeah, we have a few more minutes with it, and maybe just explain some of the deals of what we talked about today that you have to offer.
Okay.
And by the way, with these deals, there's nothing being kicked back here. She just offered how to get people interested in these, and it's a good way if you have had experience using them. It's a tremendous deal that she has to offer. But yeah,
and with that being the case, I'll tell you what, you can go through and check out. I want to point out a couple different things. The real-time interviewed lead is one lead you want to look at. The telephone verified, and then our team prospecting. It's a really cool program, and we actually call leads on your behalf. So you purchase the leads from us. and one of our operators will call them and edify you and your opportunity, and we will get them started in your information gathering process. And I'll tell you, I want to be real clear with this. We don't necessarily connect with and talk to everybody. We will either talk to the people we get a hold of, or we'll leave a message. But it's a neat program because, let's face it, it's a whole lot more effective and powerful for me to call and tell someone how important and how successful you are than it is for you to call. And so we make you a little bit more important in the eyes of the prospect. And so check out that team prospecting. One thing that I have put together, and I'm going to kind of stick with this team prospecting for a second here. On that website, if you look at team prospecting, it's talking about an online generated lead, and that's the lead that we're doing these calls with. And the pricing for us to call 90 of the 7-day exclusive leads it's $330. And what I have done is I've put together an introductory special, and you will have to call to order this. It is not on a website, but we're going to substitute the online lead for the interview lead, which is a much higher quality lead to begin with. And we're putting a special promotion with 60 interviewed leads for $149. And that is a phenomenal price point. And again, 60 interviewed for $149. I apologize that there's nowhere you can read about that. But if you give me a call, and before I end here, I'm actually going to give you guys my 800 number too. This website we put together, and my number is a couple places. There's also a phone number to reach Brian Hunt. Feel free to call him, or I'll give you my 800 number. In fact, I'll do that now. It's 800-869-6481. Again, 800-869-6481. And that way, you can call if you have questions or you think about questions afterwards. Now, with anybody that orders our real-time interviewed leads, we are going to give you a bonus of a matching number of area-specific leads. A lot of folks like building their business right in their backyard. And so that's one of the bonuses. Again, none of these bonuses are listed. It's something I'm doing as a special thing. I told Jeff that I would give you guys some really good special things to get this all kicked off. So with any order of the interviewed leads, you're going to get a matching number of area-specific leads. Also, if you purchase the 100 interviewed leads, and it's a $349 purchase, but what you're going to get is you're going to get 100 real-time interviewed, 100 area-specific leads, and 100 7 to 10-day interviewed leads, so a little bit age leads. But for that $349, you end up with 300 leads, and so that's one of the other really awesome specials we have here. With the real-time televote verified leads, we will also give with the real-time ones, a matching number of area-specific leads. So those are really, just some of the top specials. I'm not sure, again, if you guys are doing, like email marketing and broadcasting and that kind of stuff, but just to kind of throw out some thoughts there, we have like area code-specific leads. It's a 10 to 30-day lead, and it says here call for pricing. I wanted to make sure I give you kind of an example. For $150, you can get 500 of your area-specific leads, and for $75, you can get 200. So both of those are really awesome price points, and just kind of since there's nothing listed on the site yet, that's what those packages would be. And then email, if somebody is just trying to send out a bunch of emails, we have special package for them. I want to be real upfront with folks. Email marketing is a great tool it's something to do, I think, in conjunction with other ways of touching base with a lead, but my suggestion is always that you use an email in conjunction with a phone call to get the best results. So I'm not a big throw a lot of mud against the wall type of marketer. I think it's important to understand that even if you're calling what we consider a cold market lead, someone we don't know yet, it's all about building relationships and connecting and engaging. And bottom line, they're going to buy you as much as your opportunity. So, getting folks comfortable on the phone is going to be real important with successfully working with leads. And I'll tell you, I'm interested to check out the presentation that you guys have for friends and family versus the other one. And for cold market, obviously with your cold market, these folks are definitely business minded. They're looking for a business. They don't know us, so we kind of have to warm them up in a little bit different way. But anyway, there's some real good specials we have for the folks that are in a position to want to start working leads. And depending on the type of leads, we like a real-time lead, you only get a couple leads a day. It's important, not to overload yourself with a whole bunch of leads all at once. You need to kind of feed some folks into your pipeline and follow up effectively. But and some of the special packages, like the 100 one with 300 for $349, I would suggest we, divide them up, not send them to you all at one time and stuff. So, some of the specials I'm covering, I'm doing this real fast. You guys will have to give me a jingle. I'll be happy to help in any way. Or, like I said, if you order the real-time interviewed or telephone verified, we're going to give you that matching bonus. And then there is the special with the 100 real-time leads. And you can,
Bambi, if you could just give them your phone number for them to get a hold of you if they're interested in that, and
sure.
Give them that, because a couple of people have asked about offer. Rather than go through the offers again, just give them your number so that they can get a hold
Sure.
of you.
You can reach me at 800-869-6481. The number that's on the website down underneath my picture, 419-837-6481, works as well, but the 800 number. So either or. And then there is, again, Brian Hunt's contact number is on some of these pages. We will be changing that. We'll have both of our numbers, but we kind of hurried up to get this lead store set up. And it's not quite complete, but we at least have this, put together. And like Jeff mentioned, we are integrated so that your leads will go right back into your back office. Do you have to set anything up there, Jeff, so that the email starts going out, or is that automatic?
My recommendation is that I prefer to call people first, and I've unmuted Stefan. I've also unmuted Rick. My preference, if you're going to use leads, is that you call people, and that just depends on your style with it. But we're about out of time with it, and my recommendation is that they call you directly if there's a problem or if they've got a question.
Sure.
And I think we can wrap it up. We've got some of the coolest people on the planet that, if you guys want to chime in, Steve, Rick, Stefan, Tony, you guys are welcome to give some comments as we wrap up tonight.
All right, this is Stefan. Can you hear me properly?
Yep, we can hear you great.
All right. Well, you all know that the key here in the business is to keep things simple and have something that helps you duplicate quickly, and I think we have it here. I've been running campaigns and trying to teach my team how to get their own website up, setting up an autoresponder with Aweber or other sources like that. This has been very complicated to, it's kind of running a tech support department, and you certainly don't want to get there, but we didn't have any choice up until now. Now we have that system. I'm really anxious to get going with this, especially with the new product launches like the bottle. I can easily upload a video in there and just send a blast to my entire list and see who actually click and watch the video. So this is quite exciting. It's going to help us duplicate quickly our team, and so that's it. I think that's a powerful system. So I can't wait to get people started on this. Thank you for setting that up, though.
Hey Jeff, Rick here. You hear me okay?
Hey Rick, you're a little bit faint, but I can hear you.
Okay. I'll speak up a little bit. Well, you did a great job on this. I agree with Stefan that you know, when you try to help a lot of people in this business, and you just don't realize how maybe technology is overwhelms them too much and slows them down. So this is going to be a great system with a lot of people using it. Everybody can help everybody. So they'll be able to lean on more people. So I think it's a great thing, and we just got to, you know, expose it to our team and get people on it and get going with it.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming on here, and please apologize to your groups. I've been getting notifications nonstop. I'm going to make this available. I'm going to have to blur out some of these contacts on here so you can't see all of them. But guys, the products that came out, I had a gal come into my office today that was a personal trainer. She looked at the Pure Nourish, and she was blown away at how professional and how incredibly well formulated it was. The products are great, and I've worked with less sophisticated and more difficult to understand systems than this. So when I found this, I thought it was worthy of 3 months of my time, and my team is all burnt out from trying to get it up and going. But I went around just going into their office today and showing them my text messages coming in. It does work if you work it. And Bambi, thank you so much for coming on, because when people, and it was great to hear her say that, is if you call the people and create a relationship, now you can see if they did something or if they didn't. And if someone says, yeah, I watched or I looked at the page, well, you now know if they're full of it. And what you will see soon, and these power users that are on the call, they're going to be able to load all of their team information on here. And they can use this instead of buying a Weber. You can receive faxes from the iTeleCenter for Premier, so you can get rid of e-fax. Just goes on and on, the different things that you can say. The 800, the 800 number service. For prospects to have an 800 number to be able to contact you, you can even have after hours that if you're going to be gone and you did a campaign, you can forward it to your upline if you need to. Or you can do some of these things that we'll talk about in the future. But tonight was just about the basics. Anything that you heard tonight, for the most part, except for the video manager, is available in the Pro. But I recommend if you're going to be wanting to look professional, there's nothing better than having an 800 number. And it looks great. So thank you, everybody, for participating. Thanks so much. That it was kind of an honor to see that people were excited about it. I'm excited to be a part of RX, and thank you, leaders, for being on here. I really appreciate it.